All geology was once biology. We live atop of colossal continent-sized dragons, serpents, titans. You can see them all on Google Maps, Google Earth. Crazy.
EDobbin is a British social media personality who you aren't very likely to know about if you're from outside this great nation.
I'm just saying you're in the bin.
Listen, knobhead. If I want to have a swim in my own bin on the hottest day that we've ever had in England, then I'm entitled to do so.
But he's been gaining a lot of popularity recently because of all the insane pseudoscience that he pushes to random strangers in public while recording them to post on his TikTok. His main idea is that all geology was once biology, and I'm not going to bother trying to explain it further than it being just believing all rocks and land masses are made out of petrified remains of giant creatures. And the reason I'm not going any further into it is because it's obviously complete bollocks. The shit he says is just so insane that I often feel like he's trying to play a character because it just seems too stupid to actually be true. He's mentioned that when he got out of prison, because yes, he went to prison, he got really into Joe Rogan, and that's obviously what got him into the rabbit hole of pseudoscience.
I was watching Joe Rogan podcast after coming out of jail. A bit lost, trying to rebuild my mind from being trapped in a prism. Not a prison, prism. Light. We are light. And listen, we are light energy.
Light, okay.
We are light. What happens when light goes in a prism? It bounces about and gets stuck.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, bounces about.
Breaks up and gets stuck in a cell. Okay. A cell. That's electronic as well, isn't it? Yeah. You've been charged in the court.
I see what you're saying, bro.
We're electric with the keepers in this square box. I've come out and I've just gone. Whatever happened to me. Come out.
A couple months ago, EDobbin attended a Unite the Kingdom rally. I don't know where it was, but he went there. And for any American viewers, a Unite the Kingdom rally is basically just the same thing as a MAGA rally. The issue I wanted to talk about today isn't the fact he went to this rally, but more so an event that happened while he was there and how it fits into a larger pattern of predatory behaviours from EDobbin. So at this rally, he runs into a 15-year-old girl, or at least a girl whose mother says is 15. Her real age is kind of irrelevant to the whole thing, but in my opinion, I do think she looks 15 years old. Anyway, he sees the girl and jokingly calls her his little girlfriend while putting his arm around her, and then her mother tells him that she's 15.
Nice to see you supporting the nation, fellas. This is my little girlfriend. What's your name?
Hey, she ain't no child bride.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Oh, are you? Fucking hell.
Now this is where the interaction should have ended. He now knows this girl's 15 years old and therefore he shouldn't keep flirting with her and interacting with her like this. Even if she was 18, this would still be incredibly creepy. EDobbin is 42 years old and him trying to flirt with girls of a very young age is just disgusting and really weird. He's definitely closer in age to this girl's mother than he is to her, so he should really be staying away from her.
How old are you really? Please, I'm going to go to jail in a minute.
There you go.
Look at that. Rochdale. Rochdale. See you later, G. All day long, Barrett. Oh, I love her. Excuse me, my love. Can I get your details and see you? Oh, Mum. Mum, look at that. Fucking hell. You need a warning sign on you.
She's got a mother, that's enough.
Oh, you're too happy to be a barking one. Wolf. Woo. EDobbin.
So as you just saw, he continued to talk to this teenage girl and crosses the line into sexual harassment. Particularly with the way he speaks to her. He literally addresses her as that while making a comment about her body. Again, this girl is 15 and this is done in front of her mother. The girl and her mum walk away and the girl herself looks extremely uncomfortable, and I don't blame them at all. This teenager just got sexually harassed while being filmed. The thing that really baffles me about this whole situation is that EDobbin clearly doesn't think he did anything wrong. He filmed this entire interaction himself and chose to allow it on the internet. His affinity for young girls is extremely disgusting, and unfortunately this video is not even close to being the entire extent of this guy's documented depravity. He has explained why he's attracted to young women, well 18-year-old women. He hasn't made a statement on his attraction to teenagers yet, and it is possibly the most predatory and degenerate reasoning possible.
They're not your friends. They're the leeches. There's not many women who will take a broke man off the street and bring him in. Whereas a man would bring a broke woman in. I could go and get a bird who's 18, 19, 25, no dad, who's broke as fuck, gorgeous, take her on board all day, but they're all mentally fucked. When they haven't got a dad about, they're mentally fucked. And if because I like young birds, there's not many men who are my age are going to allow their 18-year-old daughter with a 42-year-old man, unless I've got too much money around me. And then he's been pulled off his thought process. Oh, this guy's good for my daughter. He's got loads of money. So that's the first thing a father thinks if they're good for your daughter because they've got this, providing. Not are they good for the daughter because he's really good at this and he's not mentally torturing her. The more asked about that. Too many people are shallow and don't think. You know, they think, why does he want an 18-year-old? It's not lust. There is lust in it, yeah, of course, they're gorgeous. But they're nurturing. If I get someone who's a blank piece of paper, I can create my own art. If I get a fucking painting, I've got to paint over it. Instead of ripping it, frame's broke. There's a patch bit there. You know, as they get on, the more partners they have, the more toxicity they have.
This is a middle-aged man, and I think he has a worse view on women than most incels. He literally describes them as a painting that he needs to paint over, and says he prefers young women because they are a blank canvas. That is probably the best analogy I've ever heard for actual fucking grooming. He wants a younger woman because they're easy to manipulate and change them into what he wants them to be. It's just especially ironic because he says that people are too shallow nowadays, and then he describes his perfect woman. He doesn't really care about their personality because he can make that himself. He just cares about them being a gorgeous, broke 18-year-old that relies completely on him, which of course is super deep and definitely not superficial, predatory, and just pedo behaviour. If I had a teenage daughter, I wouldn't want this guy to be within 4 light years of her. I think EDobbin is simply a disgusting predator who's been tricked into believing pseudoscience about mythical creatures and is now using that to build an audience of people who don't know he's a creep because they're too busy laughing at him spreading his dumb beliefs and being a public nuisance. I know this is quite a short one, but I really don't want to talk about this guy any longer because there isn't too much more to say. He's just constantly repeating the same talking points over and over and over again to random people in public, and also he just keeps being creepy. I hope I don't ever get given a reason to make a follow-up video on this guy, but obviously I'll keep you guys updated if anything major happens with him. As usual, I don't suggest anybody goes over to his page to harass him or hate watch him or anything like that. I think when it comes to creeps like this, you should just stay as far away as possible and get all your news through third parties, middlemen like myself. And just before I finish, I want to say thanks to everybody who's been watching my videos. I really didn't think anybody would see them. The intention was never really to get any attention or get anybody to really watch these things. It was just for fun because I wanted to talk about these things. So yeah, if you're watching, thanks. So that's it.